Have you ever found yourself making excuses for a woman's behavior, convincing yourself it's just a phase, or maybe she'll change? Have you tolerated something deep down you knew was wrong, just to avoid being alone? If yes, you're not alone. Many strong men, even the most stoic, have fallen into this trap. But what if Marcus Aurelius could whisper in your ear every time you were about to ignore a red flag? What if you could arm yourself with ancient wisdom to spot unacceptable behavior before it chips away at your dignity? Stay with me, because in this video, we're diving into 9 unacceptable female behaviors no man should tolerate, all through the lens of Stoicism and the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. And before we start, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel and like this video. If you want to transform your love life, sharpen your instincts, and move through the world with unshakable confidence, this channel will become your compass. Now watch till the end, because one of these behaviors is so subtle, so manipulative that even the most self-aware men miss it, until it's too late. Let's begin with a story. The lesson in the mirror. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." But what happens when someone you love begins to become the outside event that slowly erodes your peace? There was a Roman senator, a friend of Marcus, who loved a woman deeply. She was elegant, sharp-tongued, mysterious, but over time she began to manipulate him. She'd disappear for days, returning with sweet words. She'd insult him in public, then cry in private. The senator felt confused, but still he stayed. One day Marcus pulled him aside and said, "To suffer an insult is a choice. What is beneath you do not carry." That senator walked away from her and found peace again. And that's the foundation of today's video. These 9 behaviors are not about judgment, they're about self-respect. Let's get into them. 1. Disrespecting your time. There's a reason Marcus wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be, be one." But what if someone's always wasting your time? She's always late. She cancels last minute. She's texting during your conversations. She scrolls on Instagram while you're trying to share your thoughts. This isn't about schedules, it's about value. A woman who disrespects your time is telling you, with her actions, that her life is more important than yours. You're not asking for control, you're asking for basic respect. In ancient Rome, men didn't just count hours, they counted moments of presence. And in relationships, presence is everything. So if she's constantly distracted or chronically late, you're not being unreasonable for noticing, you're being honest. Chronic criticism disguised as honesty. There's a form of emotional erosion that Marcus Aurelius didn't have a word for, but you felt it. It's when a woman says, "You can't take a joke. I'm just being real. You're too sensitive." At first, it seems harmless, but over time, her comments chip away at your confidence. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value, if none of them know anything about the subject." And that includes her opinion. A woman who constantly criticizes you, puts you down, mocks your goals, or compares you to others under the mask of helping you improve, is not building you, she's controlling you. True strength is being able to receive feedback. But true stoicism is also recognizing when it's no longer feedback, but subtle domination. Don't let your soul get smaller in the name of being tough. 3. Flirting with other men for validation. Picture this. You're out at dinner. She laughs a little too hard at the waiter's jokes. She touches a stranger's arm by accident. She posts thirst traps on social media. And when you mention it, she says, "You're just insecure." Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." You're not trying to own her, but don't be blind either. A woman who seeks attention from every man in the room, while you're right next to her, is not honoring your presence. There's a difference between confidence and insecurity. Stoicism teaches us that emotional mastery means not reacting with jealousy, but it doesn't mean you allow disrespect. You can calmly say, "That's not acceptable to me." And if she laughs, you walk, because no man with self-respect tolerates being treated like a placeholder. 4. Emotional manipulation and weaponized tears. Do you know the most subtle form of control? Weaponized emotion. It starts small. She cries every time you express a boundary. She shuts down when you confront her about something serious. She uses silence as a sword and guilt as a leash. Marcus reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Emotional honesty is not about drama. It's about clarity. A woman who cries only to avoid accountability is not being vulnerable. She's training you to walk on eggshells. And once you start walking softly, you stop standing tall. A Stoic man can hold space for pain, but he doesn't tolerate being emotionally blackmailed. Disloyalty, even in the smallest things. Loyalty is more than just fidelity. It's how someone speaks about you when you're not around. Marcus said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." A woman who talks behind your back, shares your secrets with her friends, or mocks your dreams in public isn't just being blunt, she's betraying the bond. You deserve loyalty in word and in spirit, even in small moments like defending you in your absence or respecting your name when temptation calls. Because a woman who can't honor you in private will never protect you in public. 7. Constant drama and chaos. Stoicism is peace. Now imagine a woman who brings nothing but storms. One day she's mad at her job. The next she's accusing you of something random. Then she's ghosting you for 2 days only to return like nothing happened. You ask her what's wrong? She says, "If you don't know, I'm not telling you." This is not passion. This is emotional addiction. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." A relationship should feel like a shelter, not a battlefield. You are not here to fix her chaos. You're here to live in harmony. Let her heal. Let her grow. But don't let her storm become your home. 8. No appreciation or gratitude. There's a behavior that often goes unnoticed, but it's fatal. It's entitlement. You show up. You support. You help, you love. But nothing is ever enough. There's no thank you. No I see you. Just more demands, more complaints, more expectations. Marcus said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to love." Gratitude is the heartbeat of connection. A woman who sees your efforts but never acknowledges them will eventually drain your spirit. And here's the irony, once you leave, she'll realize what she had. But by then, a Stoic man has moved on, because you know your worth. 9. Disregard for your vision or mission. Marcus Aurelius was emperor, not because he craved power, but because he had a mission. He saw life as service, purpose, legacy. Every man has a calling, and a woman who loves you must also respect the path you walk. If she mocks your goals, laughs at your ideas, or pressures you to abandon your mission just to make her happy, she doesn't love you. She loves her version of you, and you must not become smaller to fit her comfort. Marcus said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." So go build, go lead, and let only the woman who stands with your vision stay in your life. Final thoughts, you are the gatekeeper. Let's make one thing clear. This video isn't about blaming women. It's about choosing yourself. Marcus Aurelius didn't teach us to dominate or to control others. He taught us to master ourselves, our boundaries, our emotions, our standards. You teach people how to treat you not with your words, but with your silence, your distance, and your walk-away power. If a woman you love exhibits one of these behaviors, talk. If she listens, grows, and takes accountability, she's worth keeping. But if she mocks, deflects, or punishes you for your truth, then remember, you are not her savior. You are not her project. You are the emperor of your soul. And as Marcus said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let her behavior be the lesson. Let your reaction be the legacy. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.